that's the end of the day one here officially. So the Giants leave here with their top quarterback that they wanted besides Cam Ward, because they wanted Cam Ward more, let's be honest. But at least their top quarterback they were able to get they wanted. And they went ahead and got the most athletic player in the entire draft at a very high skill position. You know, edge is a premium position in this league here overall. So,
Yep.
Like I said, I am not ecstatic about the quarterback we picked, but I'm good overall. So, Rob, since you had to step out for a minute there, what's your final thoughts before we get going?
I think we had I give this draft a B+ in the first round. A-. Because like at the end of the day, like, do we get the quarterback of the future?
Possible,
maybe. Do we draft the best player available at the position that we could use it at? We did. And then we used some pretty good trade tactics and didn't spend much capital to trade up and get that possible quarterback of the future. So, like, I want to go ahead and say, like, yeah, this is an A- first round draft for the Giants. Like, granted, time will tell, but I'm not ecstatic about this draft yet, because obviously I need to see them and play in the NFL, but I feel pretty good about it, especially because, like, play like Dart, you're gonna have to wait another year. You have to wait another year to play because you're gonna have Russell Wilson unless he gets hurt, and then you got Jameis Winston playing next year. You're gonna sit Dart and have him train by these guys. So yeah.
Sean, what's your final thoughts?
Listen, we got Abdul Carter. I'm excited about that pick. That alone makes it a great night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's what we need in our division. Makes that defense better. He's a difference maker right away. We got, as you said, Drew, we got a quarterback that our head coach believes in. He was their guy. They traded up to get him. They believe in him. They like what he brings to mixes with him. So, okay, I'm good with it. It's not the guy that I wanted, but our head coach believes in him. And that's what I'm good with. So I'm agree. A- I think is a good point. Now let's see what they do the rest of the draft, because you got some needs to fill in and you can do that. But they got the guys they wanted, and I mean, how can you not be excited about Abdul Carter? Let's be real, right? Like,
yep. So
I'm good.
I'm going to go a little different. And you notice I was probably the most negative out of all three of us when it comes to the Dart thing. I'm just not a fan of Dart. I don't hide that. I'm fine with that. I'm going to give it an A+ this draft.
Oh,
what the?
Drew being saucy.
After all the negativity I gave.
Right?
No, here's why I'm saying it.
We convinced them, Rob. See, all our good talk here changed his mind, see?
Drew, what kind of Kool-Aid you drinking over there?
Giants
what kind of tequila is that?
The Giants were looking
at Jim Jones.
Hold on, hear me out. The Giants were looking at trading down. That was the rumor all day long. You heard all the stuff about that. They decided not to, which tells me they did not get a good offer to trade down.
Yep.
Point blank. They took the guy who was the most athletic player in the entire draft. Can't hate that. Don't like the personality and injury concerns. They're definitely there. It's not a perfect player, but this is, let's be honest, a very piss poor top end draft. So they got the best guy they could. Then they went ahead and got their favorite quarterback that they were able to get. If Cam Ward was an option, they skipped on him, I'd be a little more upset. But they said, we're going to trade down. We're not giving up a lot to do it. We're giving up 2 first-round picks, and one of those we're giving up 2 third-round picks. One of them was a bonus third-round pick on top of that we weren't even supposed to get initially because it's a comp pick. And we went ahead and got the quarterback that our coaching staff and our front office liked most overall, except for the one guy they couldn't get that went first overall in the draft.
Right.
That's as good an outcome as you can possibly get. Now, we can argue whether they should have taken Shedeur Sanders. That's doesn't matter. The coaching staff didn't want him. The front office didn't want him. Why would you want to draft a player that your front office and coaching staff didn't want, point blank?
Yeah.
So again, not the move I would have done personally. Not the move I would have done. But considering what you had, this is probably the best outcome you could have had tonight, guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep, agree. Very logical take.
Yeah, like I said, that's where I'm trying to be at. Would I prefer to get Shedeur Sanders? Yes. But again, do I have all the information the Giants have? No. Does it matter if I like them or if Dable likes them? It matters a lot more if Dable likes them.
Yep.
He's the one that has to coach them. So, like I said, I'm cool with it. I'm not ecstatic about it, but I think this is as good an outcome as we could have had here for day one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
It's actually probably a better outcome.
like I said,
because I didn't think we were going to trade up like we were originally until today.
I thought we were going to give up more to trade up. If you
Yeah.
were to tell me in the end that we were going to be able to get our pick of quarterbacks minus Cam Ward, and I only have to give up 2 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks to do it, sign me up.
And get Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bit. Yeah.
Yes,
The big
and we're not talking about the Stallone
And get
movie.
Carter. It's not like
get Carter.
We're not talking about the Stallone movie, just to be clear.
yeah. You got your quarterback
remake,
and you got Carter.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't
Pretty
complain.
solid
It's about as
first
good as outcome as you
Yeah.
could have possibly asked for, because
Yeah.
we all knew they were going to go ahead and move up, and they didn't give up a ton to do it.
No,
So
they really didn't at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's good. And with what they added is in free agency,
Yep.
that second round and that extra third they had they got that covered in free agency, and they're still good. They still got like 4 picks left, so they're good.
Yeah.
And just think about this: you got Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeaux, Dexter Lawrence, and Abdul Carter.
Yeah. And we're still going to add, I think, in the third round, I think we're still going to add a defensive tackle, assuming one that fits the mold and
I agree.
is available. I still think that's the position that if they had their way, they'd pick in the third round.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, look at a guy like Darius Alexander, TJ Sanders, something like that to be available for us potentially and pick
Yep,
him up.
Alfred
So,
Collins. Yep.
yeah. Like I said, one of those guys definitely going to be there. So, like I
Yep.
said, I'm cool with it. I think it's as good an outcome as you could have possibly got today.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.